Remember when Trump said his trade war would be easy to win? Yeah, about that. Turns out, turning the global economy into a MAGA meme wasn't such a great plan. Trump's tariffs were supposed to bring back American jobs, punish China, and make us economically strong again. Instead, they've jacked up prices on American consumers, wrecked supply chains, and forced companies to either eat the costs or pass them on to you. Spoiler, they passed them on. And don't forget, these tariffs were applied, then partially walked back, then filled with exemptions. So, were they about economic strategy or just performance art? This isn't just a bad policy, it's economic self-sabotage. Farmers lost foreign markets, manufacturers lost access to affordable parts, and consumers? Well, you got the privilege of paying more for everything. Congrats, patriots. But hey, at least we owned the libs by paying 20% more for washing machines made in Vietnam instead of China. Now, here's where it gets dark. America's weaponization of the dollar and reckless trade policy has made the rest of the world ask, do we even need the dollar anymore? More countries are ditching it in favor of local currencies, gold, even Bitcoin. Trump may have just kicked off the beginning of the end of the dollar's reign as global reserve currency, and he did it waving an American flag. If this ends the way it's heading, with a full-blown economic crisis, MAGA might not just lose an election. It could collapse as a political movement. Trump branded himself as a businessman, but what kind of CEO starts a trade war, crashes the economy, then blames everyone else? Answer: the same kind who thinks tariffs are a great and beautiful tax while bragging about cutting taxes. MAGA logic, folks. Once the economic fallout sets in, what does the Republican Party stand for? Free markets? Tariffs? Tax cuts? Bailouts? It's a mess. Trump turned the GOP into a personality cult. If the economy tanks under his playbook, who's left to pick up the pieces? Nikki Haley? Vivek Ramaswamy? Good luck. Here's the real nightmare. In 2008, the financial collapse came from the private sector, and the government stepped in. But this time, the government is the cause. So what do you do when the fireman is also the arsonist? Print more money? Hike interest rates? Cut spending? None of those fix a trade war-induced collapse. This isn't just about bad policy. It's about the consequences of letting ideology drive economics, of trusting a reality TV star with the global economy. And if this really is the end of the dollar's dominance, the collapse of MAGA, and the next great financial crisis, just remember, it wasn't China, it wasn't the deep state, it was us. It